In order to be watching this, you have to have a pancreas and a brain. Our brain and our pancreas have something in common. They're both organs. Let's say I were a diabetic. I could do a lot of research and find out why my pancreas wasn't secreting insulin properly. What I couldn't do was then turn around and say, all right, pancreas, do it right. Knowing doesn't change the function of an organ. Yet we expect that about our brain and unconscious bias. We think that awareness will change our behaviors. It won't. Knowing isn't enough. I want you to pause and think about what I just said. Knowing isn't enough. You can't change the way your brain functions just by knowing about how implicit bias works. We can't trust our biased brains to make decisions about people. The software has a glitch. We have to hack our biased brain and put bias interrupters in place. And that's what we're going to do in the next section of this program. We'll be covering how unconscious bias shows up at the company level, the team level, and the individual level, and how you can interrupt it every step of the way to build a workplace where everyone can thrive. We've covered a lot of ground so far, and I'd like you to take some time and reflect on what you've learned. Here are some questions to consider. Have you ever worked on a really diverse and inclusive team? Did you feel the positive impact, such as increased commitment and innovation of that diversity and inclusion? Conversely, have you experienced the negative impact or decisions made by being a part of a homogeneous team or a team that felt really exclusionary? What 2 to 3 things did you just learn or come to understand about unconscious bias? How do you think unconscious bias might be impacting your team right now? Yourself? What's one goal that you have for yourself for the rest of this program?